Call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. Take a motion to approve the agenda in the minutes, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda in the minutes.
No, second it.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right. Rich Brown, how you doing this morning?
Good, how are you guys?
Good.
Few updates for you. I do have, I got in the mail the other day. And it's probably something we should look at with more than just Saragota County Senate, and they want to update their 2080 agreement with the county. I got one that mentioned coming from Saragota too, but maybe something we should look at. I think they're quite old and need probably just have some updating, because I think some of them show that if there's repairs more than X amount of dollars per now, then you share the cost. But I think the way things have been, inflation has raised prices, that we should probably reevaluate those costs a little bit, but we'll see what they've got. I didn't read this yet.
Is that the only thing it's for, is just like the county line roads?
Yeah, the county line
Mutual
roads and
agreement?
who takes care of what.
Okay.
Probably do them all in one big.
Yeah, and we should probably look at, I don't think Minnesota's
This
as
is
much, but yeah.
We have 103 going too, or whatever.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of old ones, and it's, they want to do it because these older ones, I don't think are ever filed with the state. And if we do this one, then they can be filed with the state and be on record.
Right.
Because they're hard to, it seems like they're hard to find. We might record them, but we can never find them.
Gonna do one, we just will do them all.
So-
We did a project with Minnesota not that long ago.
Was actually quite long.
Oh, it was?
It was 2014.
Yeah, it's been longer than you think.
Since I've been here.
Yeah.
But that's a little different where, yeah, there's an agreement there, but there's no specific cost sharing. But
Okay.
something to reevaluate again. We should
Right.
probably look at it. A lot of counties have been doing it, but
Well, and I think that's what state auditors pushing big time too, is making sure our 2080 agreements with tax dollars going in the
are
right direction.
recorded.
Yeah.
So that people.
So the best thing is get them recorded so
Maybe
that,
something we can look at this winter while we're plowing snow, but
sure.
also, we have, I'll give you an update, 105, I think we got our pipe in, that's graded back down now. I still think they're looking late September. I put a phone call out on Friday to ask them if they had any updates on schedule, but they didn't. And we've had phone calls from landowners, and we're telling them what we know, and they're nervous, but I think we'll make it through. It's not gonna be, the timing stinks,
Right.
but there's only so much we can do. When it's all said and done, it's gonna be a few weeks of havoc, and then 30-40 years of not worried about it.
Right.
390th, the bridge there, they're decking that right now. I don't know how far, I didn't check this morning. They started decking it last week, so once they get it decked, they can pour it. I'm guessing the pour probably won't happen this week. There's a lot of nitpicky things they gotta do when they deck it, but maybe the next week or two, we'll see a deck pour. And the annual report will go out. It's due on, what is the 15th? Wednesday, we'll have it out. I say Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, that's Wednesday.
It'll show some carryover balances, but I'll also explain, it probably will be next week that I'll talk to you guys about why there's a carryover balance and what we didn't spend a lot of our equipment budget last year. Still looking for the right trailer or some other equipment. So this year I only have $100,000 in equipment, but we probably need to look at bringing some of that money over that we didn't spend last year to upgrade equipment. So we'll look at that a little bit, and project costs and things like that. But we do have, I think right now I'm looking at a little over a $2 million carryover balance. So what that tells us right now is that when this project starts, we theoretically have the funding in the secondary roads budget to start paying the contractor for the work.
Sure.
Do we want to use all of it? I'm not comfortable with that, but we should have on paper the money to start paying the contractor until we can get, and Jackie and we need to work on an amendment, because when we did the county budget, we didn't know where we were going with it. My state budget shows that we're doing the project and we're using local funds, but the county budget doesn't show that because the county budget was due before the state budget. So we need to have an amendment so that so we can spend the money, right? And so that's
Like you said, it's not gonna affect your bottom line at first,
right.
but eventually we're gonna have to.
And the good thing for me is it's in my state budget already, so I don't have to amend that one and make that one work. Usually I do it both at the same time, but
Right.
so we gotta get that going, and then I'll be here tomorrow, and then I'm taking the rest of the week off going fishing, so. I don't think there's any other updates. I know we're gonna get the Durapatcher back out. We've been working on guardrail stuff, which is regular maintenance going on with some moisture. We're gonna get out blading again and keep shaping things up, because harvest is around the corner.
That 390th bridge looked like it might, a couple weeks, it might be done. If weather
I won't
cooperates.
guarantee that, but I mean, once they get the deck poured, I mean, there's other things they gotta do with guardrail and things like that, but they've worked it out with the adjacent landowner on how to get access across there with the adjacent landowner, so I mean, there's less issue there, but I know it's. a
Actually, no,
thorn.
it's a hot street to go to the ethanol plant in Hammondtown there, so.
Yeah,
A
we'll
lot
be in a
of those-
couple
lot of
weeks.
those guys, till they, once they get a corn, which I'm sure we're ways out yet on that, but.
Right, and you know, it's gonna be a timing thing, and I think it's gonna be close,
Okay.
but I can't guarantee that we don't get bad weather and they have
Yeah,
troubles and things
right.
like that, but.
Right.
The other thing too is if we get bad weather, that doesn't do the crops any good or the farmers any good to get in, but.
Yep.
It's a crapshoot right now, it's gonna be close.
Okay.
But-
Well, at least we're gonna be close and not in the middle of a project, in the middle of harvest.
Yeah, we're on
It should be done by the time it gets going full.
the
bore.
weather in
Right.
place is less of a factor now than it was when they were doing pile driving and
Yep.
back walls,
Yeah.
things like that, so. Things can go, it can still be kind of a sloppy, messy, rainy day, and they can still do some things, they got a tie rebar and things like that, they can do that while it's
Right.
not so favorable, but. So,
Perfect.
that's all I've got, I think.
Get any applicants for your open position?
We do, I'm not thrilled with who we've got.
Somebody did you get?
I think we got like 8.
So.
I don't, Cassuth
Not
County,
bad.
I'm trying to think of which county it was now, whether it was Howard County or Cassuth, one of the local counties had 2 positions open, and they got 8 applicants.
Really?
It's not, we are not finding the people. I don't know what's going
Let
on.
alone qualified people.
Qualified people is the tough part,
It's everywhere.
and it's everywhere, and I don't know how to solve, I mean. I need bodies, but I don't need bodies that, I mean, people are trainable, I get that, and we've
Alright.
got some that might be able to get in here and be trainable, I'm not saying we don't, but. And with our profession, it's with what we do, it's hard to find anybody that's got any motor grader experience, but everybody tells you they got experience on this and that, and I'm not opposed to training somebody either, it's just getting the right person.
Mhm.
And so it's slim pickings out there, and I don't know the answer. They've been talking to contractors, they can't find people either.
Is that deadline up or is it still?
I think the deadline's up, but we can always, this one up. I'm doing a mission conference, so I'm trying to remember which one's up and which one's
Need to
not.
extend it a little bit?
Well,
Get a
we
few
can always
more?
re-advertise too
Right.
and take more.
What avenues do you go for? Advertising?
Advertising.
All the local papers.
Do you reach out any further, or is there anything like
Well,
on your I don't know.
we
about
can
your
do our affiliate.
But
Problem is, yeah, we could reach out and do the Des Moines Register, but is somebody gonna wanna move up here to get, I mean, I
You
don't
don't
see
know
that
until you
happening a
try
lot.
it.
And you're right, I mean, I think sometimes we have snuck it in where we've got some,
or if you pushed it on Facebook, even though that's.
I know that Joel
not
puts it
that
on,
way,
I know
yeah.
Joel put it on
Yeah,
Facebook.
he's
It's on
posting it everywhere. he
Worst
can.
county site.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't,
Or Winworth Betco, have you asked her to help
She
you?
should have. it.
I think she puts
She
it on
done, yeah,
too.
it should be on there.
If there's jobs out there, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Jobs out, and they're not
So-
on the iJobs thing, so I think
The
that's
stuff is out
actually
there,
statewide.
I just think that there's not a lot of interest right
It's-
now, and what I'll tell you right now too, and the sheriff might be able to agree. We aren't gonna keep up with wages soon. What we're paying, it's tough. There are a lot of other places that are gonna start paying more, however,
Funny you said that, we were just talking about that.
well, but I'm gonna say too, and it's- the hours work, the stuff that we do is pretty darn good considering if you wanna go work somewhere else for $25 an hour. Yeah, you can make a lot more money working for a contractor, but remember, in JD, working sun up to sundown, so
Right.
you can make a lot of money doing it, but the job that we have here, I think is pretty well balanced for what we do. But some people are looking at it a different way
Mm.
and saying I can make, they're looking at the bottom dollar. not
They're looking at
maybe
the
a little-
paycheck. Yeah.
But they're
Yeah.
not going to contractors either right now.
Yeah, they're not doing that either, so.
And the thing I found, used to be IPers was the big pull, and that to this generation now, it doesn't mean anything.
They're gonna wish they would
That's
shift
true.
it
I know,
to it,
but it doesn't.
I always, you're right, I keep pushing it too, because they're looking, oh crap, that's 6% of my or my salary, I gotta put away, well,
They're not
you're
worried,
gonna be happy you did.
they're not worried about 30 years down the road.
No, no, they're not.
Yeah, but then the county's dumping that in too,
More
or
than
more
that.
than that, yeah.
That's why the last letter I put out to somebody I'm hiring in Michigan was, it's 15% of your you're gonna you're putting 15% a year away for retirement.
And there's so much headhunting being done that it's unreal.
It's a challenge out there, and if we go through the applicants and feel we need to do it more, I think we'll push it out a little bit more.
Sure.
Public health is struggling too.
Mhm.
Right.
Can't get nurses, can't get.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some
You
decent
know,
candidates that'll
you
work.
you get a candidate, you try them out, and it don't work, I guess that happens too.
Sometimes somebody with less skills is more trainable than somebody that says they got skills.
I'll agree with you, they come in with
No.
no bad habits, and
Yep.
Hey, listen.
that you'd hope they do, as long as they listen to the right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Good. Anything else, Rich?
Did you get the check from the co-op?
I think we did.
Check.
I
It should have been there.
I think we got.
Thank you
one,
for
too. I
mine.
think it was like
Yeah,
pretty good too.
yeah, well, what, 11.
I was gonna say
10 something.
10, if I remember, like it was 10 something or.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Russ must have deposited it because I. didn't
That'll
see
buy
it.
us a couple more grader tires.
There you go. That's what I figured.
Right.
Well, every little bit
At
helps.
least we could probably outfit one machine.
Just to let you know, though, that'll be it. There is no more. It's
Oh,
gone.
Yeah, I
shucks.
thought that'd be like 50, 60 bucks or something.
Nope, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
All right, well, let's move on to drainage. We just saw some claims
Claims.
come through. Any questions or comments on the drainage claim?
Oatman.
Stand for it. Oatman Lake.
Motion to approve the drainage.
Motion to approve the drainage claims. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carry. We have a landowner meeting at 10 o'clock. Is that up in that straight room?
Mhm.
Okay. Anything else with drainage?
Mm,
And just, I contacted Jacob this morning. He'll be getting in touch with you on that private district that
Oh, okay.
you said to get that meeting set up. I've had a couple calls on it. They're pretty anxious to get going. They wanna. So,
Oh,
yeah,
That's probably one over by.
yeah,
Elk
south
Creek.
and west of Joyce, or almost straight south of Joyce.
Rice Lake, I mean. yeah,
part of
no,
72 or whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna be a part of 72 or how that works out. So,
Okay,
More fun for Chris.
yep.
claims. Everybody look at those.
I did.
Yep.
Motion to approve claims.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims.
One second.
All right, any questions, comments, or discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Carried. Any reports?
Report.
Report for $1,800.
Make a motion to approve the report.
Motion to say,
I'll second it.
all in favor, aye? Aye, opposed? Carried. Okay, payroll eligibility or salary changes?
Nope.
Liquor license?
Nope.
28E with the Northwood Senior Center.
Just another one of the donation ones that I wanted to do. And if you happen to hear from any libraries, I kind of forgot that all that was on the same spreadsheet and they probably already are looking for their money, so
Oh,
I got a call from Kansas.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably should have sent that out in July,
yeah.
so I will get that out in the next couple of weeks.
Do we have agreements with them or we probably, or don't we have to?
Not with the Fair Board and the libraries.
Okay. Motion to approve updated 28E with Northwood Senior Center.
I'll make that a motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
all right. Their discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? That motion carried. Okay, Woodward Vetco, Melissa.
Rich, can you send me the job description? It's not on the county website, or else I'd put it on our job listings.
Not on there anymore since the deadline is passed.
Deadline's up.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why she took it off. I had met with Mark and Enos and a developer out at the interchange last week. And since then, I have a possible brand new tenant that's interested. So I'm hoping to meet with her this week. And she may need to meet with SBDC to get her business plan rolling, but it'll be a retail business, and I think it'll be good.
That fit into that, what that developer wants?
Yes.
He's looking just to build and looking for tenants to fill that spot, those spots.
Yep. I don't know if she wants to own or lease yet. I haven't even had an initial meeting with her, but I'll offer both options.
Perfect. Good sign. Hopefully we can get rid of someone. All right, anything else,
Nope.
Melissa?
I don't think so.
Okay, anything else, Melissa?
Nope.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Water and wastewater. Chris, I don't think it was gonna be on. You guys saw that we had to buy a pump last week.
Yeah,
Getting that age, I suppose, they're. A lot of maintenance to them, unfortunately.
Can I ask a question about the
Yeah.
tower stuff? Do you guys know where you're at with those water towers?
We got them inspected.
Yeah, I know you have that, but you guys know what you're gonna do as far as,
We've discussed, we're gonna have to hook the blue one up at some point. We've discussed that.
so I wondered if you thought about any further about the ARP money. on that.
Yeah, we haven't. We did have a committee meeting, but still discussion on it, but I don't know. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
I know you talked about it last time. I just didn't know if you've got people coming, looking at.
'Cause
buying these
Wasn't
last-
Jason doing some more working for you?
Yeah, cause we gotta look into recoping the inside of the small tower anyways. So we either gotta, if we committed and jumped on hooking that blue one up, if we could get water or get a line to that, then we could hook it up and put it in service.
Even
and
if
then
it's a
you would-
temporary service until you get.
Right, yeah, and then we could, shut that one down, do what needs to be done to that, and then if we wanted to switch back, we could always switch back.
if we hooked that big one up, would we need that little one?
No,
Be a backup.
I'd say
it'd be a
no.
backup
This is a
plan for
backup.
things like this, like Manly's little one, they only use, we don't use it in the summer. But like now, they just had their water tower completely redone,
Mhm.
and it was down for over a month, so they were just running off the little tower, so
Right,
instead of spending a bunch of money on portable tanks and the temporary setup,
yeah, temporary.
then you could put that money as well as into a new line to that blue tower, then you'd always have the option of either just by shutting a couple valves and opening the valves, so.
Especially since ARP money can go to.
Yeah,
I think they use ARP money for that's a good idea.
right, like say, we could spend, 50 to 75,000 in just temporary stuff. Well, why not throw that towards a
Some
$300,000 to $400,000 pipe project,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Then we always got a backup system.
right? And then you got something to fall back on, and then if that development takes off,
Yeah.
you've got the big
Yeah,
tower
it's
to
ready
work
to go.
with.
I just wondered if there was any further
Yeah,
development.
No, we-
Probably
we've-
should set the next ARP meeting too. Or no, it's the 30th. Yeah,
right, yeah, I think we did.
yeah.
We decided to go just every month, basically, on the
Sorry.
ARP.
ARP.
Nah, we'll get an email out on that to get more,
Yeah. I wish
Department
you
heads in.
guys would figure out that you can use it there.
right,
You could always use it on a road.
so yeah, hopefully we
The
will
roads and golf, it's got
figure something out. Yeah, water sewer related is the
the way
big
you can
thing.
stretch warm water culverts. I don't know, it's a stretch to me.
Right.
But this is definitely.
This is,
That's a
I mean, I
lot
think
there.
yours is
That's what it
really,
was set up for,
Mhm,
I think so.
and we can make use of it there.
right.
Be good.
Okay. Any board appointment for Homeward Incorporated yet?
I texted her and she has not returned it, so I'll definitely get on it the first part of the week.
Okay.
And I might have to go look and, I'll be in touch with you.
We can take that off there for now until he
Sure.
comes back and says we're ready. If you like. All right, Matt Duvet.
What's that?
Just don't want to forget.
Morning, guys.
How you doing, Matt?
Good, good.
Okay, there's a building permit application for private grass landing strip.
Yes, per our zoning ordinance, under ag, private airport grass, non-pavement landing strips and associated facilities with ag are only approved with permission recommendation by the county planning and zoning and approval by the county board of supervisors. So last Wednesday, my county planning and zoning commission met and approved an application for a private runway located on Jonquil Avenue. Rodney Loken is the applicant or the contact. I guess they've got their own ag business and spray planes, so they want to be able to have an airstrip there at their place. So
Okay, so it's been through the process of the zoning board.
yeah, it's one of those things on our zoning, you know, if most of the time it's usually just simply approved by me, but as far as the zoning, the ordinance reads this, for whatever reason, they decided to have this approved by the planning commission and board of supervisors as well. So kind of just going through the process.
Has the commission approved it then?
They did, yep, on Wednesday.
All right. Any questions? You guys have any questions for Matt or comments or?
Questions of private business, does that move it to commercial when you move it out there? Just the building site, the land, or just a strip, or?
We would have to look at where it's going to be and how big it is.
Right.
So it'd be the primary use. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's like the last one we had was Holtz. Would
Right,
that have been switched or?
that's probably all. Somebody asked me that the other day.
I
too.
know, and that's kind of up in the air with the state because it's like 80 acres.
Right. Somebody asked me how that was the other day, so.
Yeah.
So I came in case you had any questions, and
Okay.
so if I could set some light. It is not for spray. We don't have a spray plane. It's just for agricultural use. We have our own private plane, and so we just use our plane 95% of the time for agricultural reasons, checking crops, looking for crop damage, flooding, you know, those types of things.
Right.
And so we just want an airstrip at home.
Okay.
For convenience and maintenance and safety. We have had some vandalism at the airport, and so having the plane at home just gives you a little more
Sure.
safety and those types of things, and fuel, all of it.
Okay. Sure.
So Matt, just a question, I think it said the letter from the FAA, they haven't fully approved it yet?
Correct, yep. I think it's based on this approval has to be part of that package if I'm right.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Any other questions? Enos? No?
Can I have a question?
Yeah, sure.
So when it was approved through the zoning, though, how was it approved for a small business?
Read that letter. I think, Matt, can you answer that?
We didn't approve it for a small business. We just approved the private airport grass non-pavement landing strip.
Okay, because when he said that for spring.
Well, that's,
I
yeah,
misunderstood on that, so.
okay,
No,
I didn't read that in
that's
there at
okay.
all.
okay. No, I didn't read that in the application, that's why I was
Yeah.
wondering.
Okay, then it probably wouldn't be.
Right,
commercial,
correct.
so, yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Anyone? If not, I'll take a motion to approve the building permit application for Rod Loken and the grass runway strip.
I'll make that motion.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, any discussion on it? Hearing none, let's do a roll call vote. Lowberg,
Aye.
Smithy,
Aye.
Stone, aye. That motion will pass and we can approve that, Matt.
Yep, I'll get the paperwork back to the applicant.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for your help, Matt. Appreciate it.
Okay, yep.
All right. Security committee
Joel sent out back to electronic engineering a request for just the cameras that we talked about. I haven't seen anything come back. I don't know if Joel has anything further, so that's where we're at on it.
That's just,
Nothing as of yet from those guys.
just waiting to hear back on the ones we want to put in for sure. Cause the lights are already done, or gonna be done or whatever.
Yeah, we're just seeing where that is, and then Joel and I will figure out how to fit it in our budgets.
Okay, well, that sounds good, so. And nothing new indoors at public health, unless somebody else has heard something, but
No.
Is smart. The door locks, Brian Lund's gonna get some bids from contractors for those, and then once we have those, we'll bring them to you.
all for the grab bars or crash bars?
Yeah, push bars on those 2 doors.
Okay, no, that sounds great.
Thanks.
Anything else on the security committee?
See, we got a couple emails on looking at temporary trailers if we did decide to go there. or not.
Yeah.
Everybody got an email on different
Yep.
options. So
Yep.
got that to
It's the one you looked at before.
keep in the back pocket.
Yep. And speaking of security stuff, yeah, if you guys haven't seen, Joel's been sending emails on Microsoft stuff, so watch what you're doing with
You
your
just did
county
now
email.
on KOW.
County
What you
email
were talking
addresses.
about. That's all spam. Joel just sent it out now.
Okay.
So that one's
Yeah, it
bad
was-
too.
Don't
Agrees.
get quick at them.
So yeah, if you don't know what it is or who it is, just throw it away, and if it's that important, they'll get back to
They'll
you.
get back to you.
Let's go back to phone calls if that's what it takes.
When they send an attachment, I wish they'd send a precursor email and say, hey, this is the real thing and I'm sending it to you, but they don't do that. You just gotta guess.
Yeah.
I mean, even
I asked Joel.
Yeah, me too.
All right, department head discussion. Any department heads have any questions or comments or concerns?
Enos and I start negotiations tonight with Northwood for the contract at 4:30. We're meeting with them. And the tower cam is up and running and installed on Friday.
Oh, okay.
you set up anything with the small towns?
I'm trying. I'm not
That's
getting
right.
callbacks from them. Yeah. I've gotta try and call around again.
We might have a shifting of the councils and stuff. in the
Yeah.
next few months.
Okay.
Right now, it's getting anybody to commit to it and I just.
We can just do it too. They don't want to meet much, so. It's just a courtesy call. is what it is. Okay.
Sounds good. Any other department heads? Sounds like the fire drill went good, so glad everybody participated.
No, we had a pre-fire drill.
Mm.
Fire drill, 'cause
We started something on fire.
We watched everybody.
Rick got put in charge of turning it and he didn't know what the key was, so he wanted to try it and he pulled it out. Oh, half hour, 45 minutes before the drill's supposed to start and sets it off, so
Oh, okay.
Rick learned.
That's why we practice. So, all right, supervisor weekly. Enos.
I met with the developer. Melissa was talking about this Ben Garrett out of Des Moines, and I thought the conversation went great.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so basically all I had to, so.
Very interested.
He is,
Yes.
he's got some very good interest. We'll see or they are, I should say, it's a group, so we'll see what happens here. And Melissa's working on it. And we're,
hopefully you can bring in some more,
yeah,
get it out there.
Is that 2 developers now that have come forward? It's still the same one. We
Yeah,
had one
3.
here a while ago. Okay.
Yeah, he was here. We've got a third one that was interested. We haven't heard anything back yet. So there's been 3 that are, thinking and they're really interested in doing something, so. That's all you have.
basically, other than I, they're talking with the couple of the landowners down in that private district. They're ready. They say they're ready to move ahead. They
Okay.
haven't seen what the cost is gonna be probably,
Right.
but they do want some ditch cleaning work done if we can get this going. That's why they're turning it over, and plus the age of the landowners and a lot of absentee landowners in that area. So they, being able to collect would be pretty tough, but they know they need to do some ditch work. It's been 50+ years, so.
It's all original probably.
Yep.
Would it be over 100?
We already got the engineer involved, so more than likely it's gonna continue, so.
No, yeah, it's not.
No, it's not, but
But if it gives them better drainage.
she said the trees were really, the landowners have done a good job keeping trees out of there, so it'll probably be just basically dipping the bottom, getting it back to original grade hopefully, and, cause right now, even as dry as it is, a lot of the outlets are under dirt or underwater.
Oh,
It's out,
that's
so, it needs a
not good.
lot of, if it's where I think it is, it's in a pretty low PD area, so.
Was that
Yeah,
a
that
district that
going
was
against them.
developed and never?
No, it was a district that they'd always done it privately by code. They'd done it, they even had their, you know, how they assessed it out. They were recorded. They used to have meetings. They had a board,
Oh.
but
So it's their plans for that district then you can look at for grades and everything else.
yeah, which we've already turned it over to the
Yep.
engineer. I mean, Bolton and Mink has been working on figuring out exactly how it would fit into what either 72 or whatever district it is. And it's actually almost like it's the main channel that a lot of districts dump into. So it probably, yeah.
That classification might be good then if it's.
I don't,
covers that whole
yeah,
area. I mean,
for
it's
some of the
taking a lot
landowners, it won't be, it actually kind of takes in a lot of the sublaterals and stuff, so I think it won't be too bad for them. But,
Right.
like I say, a couple of them are really anxious to move ahead because I know they farm ground that they have drainage problems on,
Sure.
so they want to get it going, so.
Yep. I didn't have anything last week, so. Quiet. Well, we got a meeting at 10 with landowners and next week, I think we go to WHW.
Yes.
Mhm.
Then we got a meeting today at 1.
1 o'clock today and.
Yeah.
Yep, so we're here the rest of the day.
I got a full day.
Sounds good. All right. Nothing else. Then I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Thank you, Joel.
You bet, guys. See you later.
Yep.
Yeah.